Thank you, Mr. Nitzan Chen. And now we have special greetings from the President, Mr. Reuven Rivlin.
Dear friends from Christian media around the world, Shalom. Shalom to all of you from Jerusalem, the city of peace. This year we have been forced to stay apart due to the COVID, although in our hearts we feel closer than ever. However, this has also been a year of peace. The historic Abraham Accord signed by Israel and the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain can provide a model of peaceful coexistence between all people and religions in our region and around the world. Unfortunately, the challenges in our region have not disappeared. Iran continues to advance in its nuclear program and spread terror and destruction, and Palestinian terrorists have fired rockets at cities time and time again. Israel will continue to do all that is necessary to defend its citizens and
国际媒体大会，就以色列基督徒的国际媒体大会。现在呢，就是以色列的总统鲁文里夫林正在致辞，就是给我们大家勉励。感谢上帝的带领，感谢上帝恩典谢谢大家支持，也请大家继续为我们祷告，支持我们的媒体。谢谢大家支持。
The site where Jesus was baptized in the entire land of monasteries area on the river Jordan. This project not only has great religious significance, but also has great potential for promoting cooperation between Israel and our Palestinian neighbors and our Jordanian neighbors. Friends, I want to thank you all for all that you are doing for Israel during these difficult times. Thank you for all that you do to spread the truth about Israel and to speak up for peace. Thank you. As we say in Hebrew, Toda Rabbah, and God bless all of you.
Thank you, Mr. President. That was touching. And now, as we all know, the Abraham Accords are a major achievement by our Prime Minister. After a long period of non-stop efforts, the historical peace has been achieved. So let's give applause to our Prime Minister, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu.
It's a pleasure to join you at this 2020 Christian Media Summit. Usually I would be meeting with you face to face, but this year the coronavirus has forced us to meet digitally. But still a real pleasure to address you from Jerusalem, because I know that Israel has no better friends than our Christian friends around the world. And your friendship and support is greatly appreciated, enormously appreciated. Since I spoke with you last, so much has happened. Most importantly, Israel signed peace agreements with two Arab countries, with the Emirates and with Bahrain. It was the first time Israel signed a peace treaty with an Arab country in over a quarter century. And it was the first time ever that Israel signed agreements with two countries on the very same day.
大家好我是刘祥永现在这个就是以色列总理内塔尼亚胡正在就是那个致辞他当然他要讲到就是那个现在就是以色列的外交关系的一个胜利，就是巴林跟那个阿联酋这两个国家，就是说那个签订了跟以色列签订了和平的一个条约但是他也就是那个对大家就是基督徒的媒体表示了一个感谢然后他现在就是正在感谢那个川普总统
jeopardizing our
好，
security.
欢迎大家
I did
支
this
持我们媒体，继续支
as
持
a
哈，
proud
谢谢大家
citizen
之
of
前的
Israel,
支持，
as
谢
a
谢这
proud
些
son of
这
the
些一
Jewish
直支持
people
我的朋友们
that，protects our
谢谢那
patrimony
之
and our
前一直
security.
支持我们
And I think
媒
this
体
is
的
a
弟兄姊
change
妹们，
because it marks
谢谢大
really
家
for
的
the
支
first
持
time
啊。
the full acceptance of Israel's legitimacy here. This is something I need not tell you about. If anyone has been there all along through thick and thin, it's you. You have understood the historical imperative, this great odyssey of the Jewish people coming back to their land, building up their state, rebuilding their capacity to create and defend their present and the future. And in this, I want to tell you, my friends, you've been extraordinary. You've been extraordinary friends, extraordinary champions of the rights of the Jewish people and the land of Israel, and extraordinary champions of the truth. So keep raising the torch of truth, because sooner or later, everybody will see it.
大家好，
Thank you, Prime
我是
Minister
刘祥永啊。
Netanyahu. That was
我
powerful
现在正
as
在
always.
参加
Our
以色列
host here tonight is
的
Dr.
国
Mike
际
Evans,
基督徒媒
a
体大会
true friend of the
今天呢，
GPO
这个
and
媒
the
体大
state
会
of
呢，
Israel.
由以色列的
Dr.
总统
Evans
鲁文·里弗林
constantly，
还有
works
以
to
色列
help
的总理
Israel and the Jewish people.
内塔尼亚胡
Joining us live
还有
from
多
the
个
United
的部
States,
长将军
Dr.
们出席
Evans,
这次
please.
的会议。以色列总统跟以色列的总理刚
Ladies
刚
and
致辞
gentlemen, 'd
完，
like to welcome you
现
to
在就是那
Israel's
个
outstanding
就是全球
Global
就是那个
Christian
各国的
Media
商家
Summit.
正在支持，
This is the fourth in a row,
谢谢大家的
and
支
it's
持。
touching the world so important because the new wars of the
再见。
21st century are in fact media wars. They're economic wars, they're ideological wars, and they're proxy wars. And there's no group of people that have been a greater supporter of the state of Israel than the Christian media associations throughout the world. They're all pro-Israel. They all combat anti-Semitism. They're your greatest friends, and I honor you and I thank you for being part of that. And we are here at the Friends of Zion Media Center, the most advanced media center in the state of Israel. By the way, when the Holocaust Forum was held, President Putin based all of his media out of this media center. This is a special day for me as the founder of Friends of Zion. The late President Shimon Peres, the 9th president of Israel, was our international chairman, and he also commissioned the Friends of Zion Award. That award that I'm holding in my hands has been given to many world leaders, including President George W. Bush, President Donald Trump in the Oval Office, and many, many world leaders. It's a very special award because it's symbolic of divine inspiration, and all of the people who received it have been friends of Israel. They've been people of moral clarity and courage. And today, you and I will have the rare opportunity of presenting the award to 2 kings, a prime minister, a crown prince, and 5 presidents. Many of you saw the Abrahamic Accords at the White House. I was there for that historic event with Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Donald Trump. 2 countries made peace with Israel in one day. And I'd like to honor one of those nations right now and the head of that nation with the Friends of Zion Award, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain. Congratulations, Your Majesty. What a courageous man you are. Thank you so much for having the courage to stand for moral clarity. We are so honored to present you with the Friends of Zion Award that we presented to the President of the United States. The second world leader we want to honor with the Friends of Zion Award is Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. These 2 amazing countries broke through the glass ceiling and make peace with the state of Israel. What an astonishing accomplishment on your part. Congratulations. Thank you so much. The third person that we want to honor is the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, or as they affectionately call him, MBZ. I want to take a moment to explain to you why we're honoring His Excellency the Crown Prince. There is no leader in the Muslim world that has influenced the decisions that are being made to move the Muslim world to support the state of Israel more than this Crown Prince. He may not be taking the credit for it, but I can tell you, having met with him, he is, in fact, the key person that's leading. What I saw in the country under his leadership was astonishing. A total re-education program against anti-Semitism, including in the mosques, among the mullahs. They don't allow them to preach jihad and Jew hatred anymore. But in addition to that, I learned a lot when I was with the Crown Prince. He told me he understands Jewish people because his mother was Jewish. Well, he told me it was really his father's house director, and she was an Ethiopian Jew. He also told me his personal feelings about Israel, and he said the Palestinians have a simple solution. They need to copy Israel. They need to copy Israel. He was very impressed with Israel and not so impressed with the corruption among the Palestinians. Keep your eyes on this Crown Prince. He's one of the most brilliant men living on the planet, one of the most articulate, and one of the most forward thinkers. I can tell you virtually everything that's moving forward in the Sunni world, I believe, is because of his leadership. And that's why we want to honor the Crown Prince with the Friends of Zion Award. The fourth world leader we want to honor with the Friends of Zion Award is King Mohammed VI of Morocco. Keep your eyes on Morocco. Morocco will also make peace with Israel. They're very forward thinking and they're very well engaged in this matter. So we want to honor them now. The next leader we want to honor with the Friends of Zion Award is the President of Serbia, Alexander Vučić. They are also moving forward in the recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The next world leader we want to honor is the President